Hi guys, it's Paul from Testo Junction again. Today I want to talk to you about a defined link between testosterone production and the onset of type 2 diabetes. Now it's an ever increasing problem. More and more people are being diagnosed with diabetes these days. Partially I guess it's through to our diet and everything, and in fact both of my parents have been diagnosed with it, so it's a subject that's quite dear to my heart. I recently wrote quite an in-depth article on the link between the two, and I'm going to turn the page now and I'm going to run through this article for you. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Here's the page that I wrote a couple of months ago, and the title is Did you know that testosterone and type 2 diabetes are naturally linked? Now, I never knew this until I was doing my research, and it shocked me, to be honest. Now, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes has never been greater. More and more men and women are being diagnosed with this life-changing and potentially fatal health condition. But the problem is more common in men. I don't know if you knew that. Men are more likely to get diabetes, but the fact is also the women are actually at a greater risk of major complications and possibly death. Anyway, very quickly, what is type 2 diabetes? Well, the levels of glucose, or the sugar in our blood, is maintained and controlled by a hormone called insulin. This is produced by the pancreas. Now, after we've eaten, it helps to stimulate the correct processing of the sugars in our diet, ensuring that it's used as a source of energy. Now, anybody with type 2 diabetes has cells that are resistant to the effect of insulin. Now, this can lead to increased glucose levels in the blood, which, if not treated over a long period of time, can cause a sufferer to develop some health complications, and in severe cases, it could prove fatal. Now, of the two types of diabetes, you have type 1, which is the genetic condition which sufferers are born with, and that actually stops the release of the insulin by the pancreas, but it is type 2 that is becoming most common. Experts tell us that it's a modern day lifestyle, increased amount of fast, processed foods being eaten in our diet, and it's caused a global epidemic of obese people who are unfit and at fast becoming at risk of developing the condition. Now, experts also tell us that men are twice as likely to develop type 2 diabetes, with most new cases being in men aged between 35 and 54 years old. Now, if the problem is diagnosed early on, and the simple way to check it is a simple fasting blood test, most sufferers can treat, control and even reverse the problem by changing their diet and taking regular exercise. But if left untreated, the problem, just like type 1 diabetes, can develop into serious health issues, and people can become blind, and they can even have limbs amputated because of it, and obviously some people can die. Now, as this headline says in my article, I was shocked to discover that in the UK alone last year, 12,000 amputations were carried out on people with type 2 diabetes. It's madness. Anyway, the main purpose of this article is to discover the link between diabetes and testosterone. Now, testosterone, as we all know, is an androgen hormone found in men and to a lesser degree in women, and it's responsible for virtually all our male attributes. This can include sex drive, the muscle mass, our strength, aggression, body hair and fertility are all controlled almost single-handedly by testosterone. And in women, it also plays a crucial role. It helps to maintain a hormonal balance, especially those as are getting that bit older and they're of menopausal age, and it helps to maintain bone density too. Now, testosterone is also linked to the distribution of body fat, and it has been proven that the lower level of testosterone we have, the greater levels of the body fat. Now, there are two general kinds of fat deposits. You get the fat that builds up around the organs, which is called visceral fat, and the fat that builds up just under the skin, the type that gives us beer bellies, is subcutaneous fat. Now, type 2 diabetes has been linked to the build-up of visceral fat, the fat around the organs, and clinical studies have shown that men who have type 2 diabetes generally have reduced levels of testosterone too. And with approximately 18 to 20% of all men in the world having what is considered to be low testosterone, it's a worrying stat. Now, the risks of type 2 diabetes in men and women, there are signs that can show that you are developing it, and they're both the same for both sexes. Such symptoms can include a constant thirst, feeling very tired, feeling dizzy, losing weight, and a constant need to urinate are some of the more common things to look for. Men in addition can also start to notice reduced muscle tone, they're feeling lethargic, they have erection problems, and in some cases can also get genital thrush too. Now women can develop yeast and urinary tract infections. Now if not treated, type 2 diabetes can be linked to some quite nasty side effects, including kidney, cardiovascular disease, retinopathy and neuropathy. Now overall, it is women who face greater health risks. They can develop heart and kidney problems, and along with depression if they develop type 2 diabetes. Now men who get type 2 diabetes tend to do so at a lower BMI than women, and medical experts believe that this could be due to age-related testosterone decline. Now scientists tell us that boosting your testosterone could help treating type 2 diabetes. And with the scientific link proven between age-related testosterone decline and the onset of type 2 diabetes, it's a great time to consider boosting your testosterone production with a natural T-boosting supplement. These naturally formulated products provide the body with the essential minerals and nutrients that it needs to help increase the production of its own natural hormone. And this has far-reaching health benefits. Aside from possibly reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes by lowering the amount of fat being stored in the body, increased testosterone levels will help improve many things in a man's life, including his muscle tone, his strength, his energy, his libido and his moods. Thanks for watching.